Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB Daily Fantasy Show for today, the 22nd of May. Got one show with everything you need for your daily fantasy games on DraftKings today, starting with the pitchers. Looking at pitcher today, I think it's a day that we're going to have to pay up at pitcher. There's some good options at the top. There wasn't a lot I could find I like lower down. We'll start with the obvious. Noah Syndergaard of the New York Mets for $13,300. That is a lot of dollar for a pitcher, but Thor has 65 Ks in 53 and a third. He gets the light-hitting Padres, who rank 3 in baseball for strikeouts at Citi Field. 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts. That, I think, is conceivably his floor, and that is his line from 3 starts ago against San Diego. I think Thor will pitch better than this tonight, and he's pretty much an insured cost. You know what you're going to get from him out of this. Cole Hamels of Texas for $12,200 hasn't been right on his last 2 trips to the hill. He's allowed 3 runs and 9 hits in each of those starts, but he is still a pitcher who strikes hitters out at a rate of over 1 per inning. Houston has failed to score more than a single run in each of their last 3 games, and they strike out more than any lineup in baseball. Hamels went 6 2/3 with 1 earned run and 7 strikeouts last time against Houston, and I see no reason why he can't do that or better today. Chris Archer of the Tampa Bay Rays for $10,700. Archer comes with a risk. The caveat is he's walked too many hitters, which is evidenced in his 1.52 whip and is affecting his ability to pitch deep into games. He hasn't gone past 6 very often this year. If he can cut out the walks, he does have elite strikeout potential, but it is a low floor in case he does only make the 6 or less innings. He's got 61 strikeouts in 49 and a third this year against a team in the top third of baseball for strikeouts. Jaime Garcia of the St. Louis Cardinals for $9,600. He had a poor start at Arizona this year, only lasting 5 innings and 3 earned runs with just the 3 strikeouts. He is usually better at Busch, and even though last time against the Rockies wasn't his best effort either, he's worth around a strikeout per inning. The Diamondbacks are a top 10 lineup for punch-outs. I think Garcia is a risk-reward play. If you want to save some dollars, he's probably one of the ones that you can try to, but you would be worried about the previous start against Arizona. And the final pitcher today is Danny Salazar of the Cleveland Indians. He's got incredible upside. He does take on the most prolific offensive unit in baseball in the Red Sox, but Salazar is worth well over a strikeout per inning, even though the Red Sox are below average when it comes to striking out. As the old adage goes, good pitching usually beats good hitting. Salazar has struck out at least 8 in each of his last 3 starts. I think his ceiling is quite high if he can keep his stuff under control, not be too amped up, and go deep into this game tonight. There are 3 lineups today that I'll be looking to stack. The first is the Baltimore Orioles, who get to face Jared Weaver, who routinely allows 4+ runs. He's got reduced velocity and strikeouts this season, which is a bad recipe against a lineup with home run power. The park is a bit of a negative, but there is favourable winds in the forecast today, so we'll stack first baseman Chris Davis for $4,900. He's hitting .243 with 10 home runs and hits from the right side of the platoon in this matchup. Third base or shortstop Manny Machado for $5,100, 315 and 12 homers this year. Outfielder Mark Trumbo for $4,400, is hitting .300 with 13 long balls this year. And outfielder Adam Jones for $4,000. He has 2 home runs off of Jared Weaver, is hitting .237 with 5 home runs on the year. I'll be looking to stack some Toronto Blue Jays as well. Phil Hughes has always had some home run issues with a home run rate of around 1.5 per 9 inning. He gets the powerful, though underperforming Blue Jays lineup with the wind blowing out at Target Field, which isn't as pitcher-friendly as its reputation suggests. Third baseman Josh Donaldson for $5,000. The AL MVP does have a home run off of Phil Hughes. He's hitting .250 with 10 home runs. Jose Bautista in the outfield for $5,100. He's got a home run off of Phil Hughes as well. He's hitting .231 with 9 home runs. Hit a home run each of the last 2 nights. First baseman Edwin Encarnacion for $4,700 is another with a home run off of Phil Hughes. .246 with 9 homers this year. And shortstop Troy Tulowitzki for $4,200. Only hitting .204 this year with 8 home runs, but you never guess he's got a home run off of Phil Hughes for his career as well. I think that's the 4 obvious Blue Jays to use. You can maybe chuck Saunders in as well, but I think I'll stick with the 4. And finally, I think a Seattle Mariners stack will be very worthwhile. Get Alfredo Simon, who's got an ERA north of 10 this year, having given up 10 in his last start. It's a hitter's ballpark at Great American Ballpark. The Mariners have crushed it on the road, and the wind looks to be assisting left-handed batters blowing out to right today. So there's some power pull lefties in this lineup. Second baseman Robinson Cano for 5,300. He has a home run off of Alfredo Simon. It's 289 hitter this year with 12 home runs and enjoys the platoon, as does Kyle Seager at third base, who's 4,800. He's hitting 258 with 8 homers this year. Nelson Cruz in the outfield for 5,200 has to be included. Led the AL in home runs last year, Major League Baseball in home runs the year before. 278, 9 homers this year. And first baseman Adam Lind for 4,000 is another with a home run off of Alfredo Simon. He's hitting 270, 227 with 3 home runs, including one 2 days ago, and he also enjoys the platoon in this matchup. My foundation players for today, the players that we should be using as the foundation to build a winning lineup on. At first base is Edwin Encarnacion of the Jays for 4,700. As I've said, he has the homer-prone Phil Hughes in positive conditions, 9 long balls this year, and has one off of Hughes. My second baseman is Robinson Cano of the Mariners for 5,300. Great conditions and matchup v Simon at Great American Ballpark. Wind blowing out, and he's done most of his damage on the road with his 12 home runs this year. Sticking with Seattle, my third baseman is Kyle Seager for 4,800. As with Cano, it looks a great matchup for the pull hitters from the left-handed side of the plate with power, and he's got 8 home runs this year. My shortstop, also qualifying at third, is Manny Machado of the Baltimore Orioles for 5,100. He gets a crack at the less effective Jared Weaver today with the wind blowing out. 315, 12 home runs this year. Manny's a legit MVP candidate. And in the outfield, Jose Bautista of the Toronto Blue Jays for 5,100 has been on a mini tear since the punch heard around baseball. Hit a home run yesterday for the 2nd game in a row. Has a home run off of Hughes, who allows them regularly and looks to be wind assisted today. My value plays, I'm not going to offer a catcher because it is Sunday and a lot of catchers have a day off, so check the lineup, see who's playing. My first baseman, also qualifies at second base, is Steve Pearce of the Tampa Bay Rays for 3,500. He has 2 home runs off of Jordan Zimmerman, who has allowed 5 home runs in his last 4 games. Pearce hits 303 with 7 home runs this year and homered in Game 1 of the series on Friday. My second baseman is Joe Panik of the San Francisco Giants for 3,600. He enjoys the platoon against Kyle Hendricks, 255 with 5 home runs this year. Kyle Hendricks has been struggling on the road with an ERA of 5.19 in his road starts this year. My third baseman also qualifies at first. It's Yangervis Solarte of the San Diego Padres for 2,900. Returned from injury last night as a pinch hitter and took the bases loaded walk to walk off for the Padres. The switch hitter has displayed power in his career. Now, while it's Petco Park, there is wind forecast to be blowing out. Kenta Maeda is showing signs that he is struggling to adapt, as hitters have got a book on him now in the majors, and we'll look for that to continue and stick Solarte in some lineups today. My shortstop is Aledmys Diaz of St. Louis for 3,300. I know he's facing Zach Greinke, but Diaz has been outstanding this year. He's hitting 360 with 6 home runs. He's been hitting in the 2-hole the last couple of nights. He went 2 for 3 in the matchup earlier this season against Greinke, and to be honest, shortstop doesn't look easy today, so I would take that again. And in the outfield, I'll take Leonis Martin of the Seattle Mariners for 3,700. He'll enjoy the platoon with Alfredo Simon as well. He's hitting 238 with 8 home runs this year. He's got 7 steals as well to add to upside there, and 2 home runs in his last 3 games. That's all I've got for you today. Best of luck with your lineups, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video, hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today, and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video, and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups and have a great day.